It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Yeah, good morning. We made it to Friday. Here we are. The weekend is here, and everybody's excited. St. Patrick's Day parade's coming up. We'll talk about that, but we begin with some news.
Now that the abortion issue has returned to the states and Missouri legislators have banned it here, a campaign by abortion activists is picking up. There are now 11 initiative petitions by a St. Louis group that attempt to make abortion protected by the Missouri Constitution. If any of them are approved initially, they can circulate to gather signatures and then potentially be up for a vote of the people as early as next year. That would be an interesting turn of events after all that has happened with it. So, we'll see if it goes to the people of Missouri.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this was expected. It's to be expected, and it probably will get to a vote of the people, and then we'll see what happens.
Right. Could be soon and very soon, though. Well, it happened. We inaccurately predicted this, but Springfield will indeed be the site of the very first team to join a brand new arena football league.
Yeah.
As you remember, there was a poll where you could go online and vote, and all of the other cities that were in the contending were much bigger than Springfield. So we were kind of like, I don't know. But yes, we got it. The Arena League named Springfield as the first of 4 teams to join the league for its inaugural season, which will start in June of next year. The team will play at a $25 million still under construction arena at Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. So that's fun. Springfield apparently got the most votes of all those cities. So we are number 1, along with 4 others. And then there's going to be a contest to name Springfield's new team as well.
Yeah, I stand corrected. I don't know that I said I didn't take part in the poll because they wanted my information, and I thought that's why they were doing the poll. But I mean, look at us. We somehow we got the most votes out of that thing. I'm not sure how, because Oklahoma City was in it and some other places, I think. But good for Springfield. I think it'll be great. We need a team to support. We got the Springfield Cardinals. They'll be staying here for at least 15 more years. We know that. And now we have an arena football league, and those arena football games are fun.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of action in a small amount of space. So it's going to be high energy, that's for sure.
Could I play Arena League football?
Oh, good heavens.
Do you remember when I played indoor soccer and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of things that are happening that don't feel like soccer at all. I felt like I needed full on football pads. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
Yeah. You weren't ready for that, for sure. So we won't even dignify your question with a response. But we'll be happy about, we have to think of some potential names for the Springfield Arena football team. That's exciting, though. Good for us.
I like the Fighters.
Is there a tie to Springfield? I think there's normally some kind of tie to the
Springfield
city.
Fighters. No, I just think it sounds cool.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
You're
Well,
right,
that's one
though.
vote. That's one vote for Springfield Fighters. Moving on, UPS Shipping Company will pay a Missouri family $75 million for a crash. This is awful. That caused severe brain damage to a baby. The driver of the UPS truck had a long history of drug abuse and hit the car of a pregnant woman in 2018 up near Kansas City, causing her baby to be born with severe brain damage. Just awful.
Wow.
Awful. But that is now settled. That case is settled. Arkansas lawmakers are moving forward with a state law that would require age verification on social media sites. This is gaining steam kind of across the country. If a user is younger than 18, a parent or guardian must give official permission for the child to be on the site. I think it's a one-time permission deal. I don't know that it's every single time. If the bill passes, and this is in Arkansas, any social media site that does not comply would be liable for civil damages from both the state and from the parents. So that could be a lot of money. So there's incentive to follow the rules. but not yet law. They're just talking about it in Arkansas. Thought it was interesting.
All right. A lot of people went to see Hamilton, and yeah, turns out it was big money. The live traveling Broadway show had an estimated economic impact of more than $10 million for the Springfield area. That's amazing. 32,000 people from 20 states attended those performances. They were all 16, of course, at Juanita K. Hammonds Hall on MSU's campus, and it was the highest performing show ever at Hammonds Hall.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
It's amazing.
It's a big
I
draw,
heard
that's for
really
sure.
good things about it. I had a million friends who went to see it. My sister went to see it, loved it. We should have gone. I kind of feel like we missed the boat now.
It's
Taken off without us. So
I think it's always cool when the Broadway shows hit the road. So people who can't go to Broadway can still see Broadway. It comes to them. So I think it's a great idea to take those on the road like that. We saw Lion King several years back,
yeah,
and
I've seen several off-Broadway
good
shows,
show.
in fact.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So I
yeah,
think it's a
and
great idea.
they've all
So
been incredible. So I don't know why we didn't go.
that will bring more people back, or bring more of those shows back. That the success of this last one. So that's good. Former Major League pitcher Scott Bales is headed back to work for the Springfield Cardinals. Bales will be the Cardinals' baseball and community ambassador in the new role that he's taking with the club. He previously worked in the front office from 2010 to 2017. And of course, he's been a TV broadcaster for the Springfield Cardinals since they first came to town back in 2005. He is a graduate of Parkview High School and Missouri State University, so he's a local kid. And he spent 9 years pitching in the major leagues. So good for the Cardinals, good for Scott.
Yeah, congrats to him. All right, the COVID slump at the Gateway Arch in St. Louis appears to be over. Visitor numbers jumped by 41% last year. 1.6 million people visited the Arch in 2022, compared to 1.1 million in 2021, and only 500,000 in the COVID year of 2020. And yeah, we were among the number in 2022. We took the kids
We
for the
were.
first time.
We were 5 of the 1 point whatever million you said. 1.6 million to people who visit last year. It was our first time for the kids to go. And man, I hadn't been there. I'm from St. Louis, but I hadn't been to the Arch since, well, certainly since they revamped everything and made it a wonderful, nice plaza. They cut down all the trees because of the emerald borer beetle that was killing everything, planted all new trees. They're good size now. And actually went up in the Arch, which is unpleasant, quite unpleasant. I don't like small spaces and I don't like heights. So
I like small spaces and heights. So
there I was.
it was a real treat riding up in the egg-shaped elevator with Ethan. He
The
looked
kids
something
would
like
touch my
this.
leg. Don't touch me. Will you sit there?
He
Keep
was
your hands to
going
yourself.
he was
What's the
literally
matter with
going
you?
like this.
You're gonna get us all killed.
Yeah,
And then when we
he
got up there, I just kind of hung out over by the elevator door, so I could be the first one on it to go back down. I don't need to see the view. I've seen it before.
It was pretty great. It would have made for good television if only we would have had a camera in there. A secret camera. It wouldn't have been funny if I were videotaping it, but just if someone fly on the wall. All right, now to this. Speaking of back after COVID, bouncing back like the Arch, Springfield's St. Patrick's Day Parade. How about that? It is returning to C Street and downtown Springfield tomorrow. After a 3-year hiatus during COVID, the 40-year run-along parade is back, now put on by the Downtown Springfield Association. Starts at 2 o'clock. If you want to join in on the fun. And Mr. Foreheads, have you looked up the weather yet? Because,
Yeah,
don't rain on
you
my
know,
parade.
there might be rain on your parade, but to be honest with you, this whole week has been a mess weather-wise. It hasn't done what we said or what the real meteorologist said it was going to do most of the time, and then I just repeated. So I don't know. I doubt that it's going to rain out the parade, but I should knock on wood or something because I just jinxed the whole thing.
Well, and also stay tuned in that regard on Saturday. to the Downtown Springfield Association's Facebook page. You know what I mean? To know what's happening, the latest on the parade.
Well, just watch the weather. You get a pretty good idea of what they're going to do. You can check out the weather apps and keep an eye to the sky. But it should be okay. It's going to be partly cloudy, maybe a rain shower or two. 50 degrees, so that's not too bad. And then Saturday, that was today. Today was terrible. Tomorrow's going to be 47, so not as warm. And then maybe some occasional rain, but I doubt that it's going to be a rain out for the parade. But I've been wrong before.
Yeah.
Remember that one time?
In
Remember
fact,
that one time?
That one time. Yeah.
There was
That one time
one time.
17 years ago.
There was that one time.
All right.
And then Sunday, 50. So that's not too bad. Monday is going to be a sunny day, 46. And then we're kind of back in the 50s, just like we were this week, and with rain chances all over the place. So I'm ready for spring. We had a taste of spring there for a while, and now it's a springy weather, but it's not as warm as I would like. Did you hear about this? This is really something. I want to help you make plans for Valentine's Day 2046, because the whole thing just could really be a bust. An asteroid, you heard this here first. The asteroid, the size of an Olympic swimming pool, has a 1 in 600 chance of hitting the Earth. Mind you, not a 1 in 600 million chance of hitting the Earth, a 1 in 600 chance of hitting the Earth. If those were the odds of the lottery, everybody in the world would play the lottery, because those are good odds. 1 in 600. Even so, NASA says it is, quote, extremely unlikely with no cause for public concern. Nothing to see here. Continue about your business, everybody. We'll all be fine. I added the last part. It wasn't a quote.
Here's what I think is interesting is that they say Valentine's Day, February 14th of 2046, which is 23 years away
23 years.
from
23
right
years.
now.
Yeah.
And they're predicting this big asteroid. But to me, I think it's interesting that they're predicting it on such a specific timetable when it's still 23 years from now.
Well,
it's not like sometime in February of 2046 or sometime, in the year of 2046, but on February 14th, 2046, you might live forever or die forever, depending on how you're living, right? With your Valentine.
Yeah. I don't know. They're mathematicians, so they can figure out the trajectory and blah 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 and divide it by this and times it by that to figure out when it's going to happen. It's neat.
Is that how that works?
I mean, honestly, it's a neat love story. I think if we all go down with our mates because of an asteroid, I mean, it's kind of when they tell the story years from now, it's kind of a cool story.
Yeah, like
Titanic. And I think it happened so fast.
We watched Titanic and everybody cries, but they also feel like it's the greatest love story,
Yeah. Well, that was a horrible death, freezing to death. I think this would be not a bad death if it happens instantaneously. You're hit by an asteroid, and that's it. It's over. You know what I mean? I think the slower, more painful death would be the result of an ash cloud that blocks out the sun forever, and then we all starve to death. That would be more of a problem.
Right. I'm with you. I mean,
so we'll root for the asteroid to hit us.
Yeah.
How about that? You and me, babe.
Sorry, I don't mean to digress, but I was reading in, I don't know, Deuteronomy this morning, and it was when God told Moses, like, hey, today it's time to die. Like, I mean, I don't mean to laugh because I'm sure it wasn't funny at all, but it just struck me this morning, like, hey, today it's time.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
This is it, fella.
Oh,
take a look around. Last time you'll see it.
If we're still alive in 2046, there you go. Now you know.
23 years from now, maybe. What if the podcast is still going 23 years from now, and somebody pulls up the archives and has us talking about it? Our young selves. Young selves.
Yeah, no doubt. I saw a picture of myself yesterday from 10 years prior. Watch out.
I saw that too in the Springfield Business Journal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, The unfortunate thing about that was
I was
that picture.
overdue pregnant.
You were overdue pregnant with an 11-pound child, and these horrible people at the Springfield Business Journal forced you to take your picture. It's a tight shot of your face for the magazine.
So bad. I laughed so hard today, or yesterday.
I remember
when
how upset you were. Very upset back then.
I was so mad. And why did I even care? Who cares? But I cared deeply because I was like, but sir, I remember, or no, it was ma'am. It was a woman. If it were a sir, I might have been able to sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady in a white fur coat, but it wasn't. So I said, please, like, can I send you a professional shot? I'll make sure it's the same dimensions. Nope. I'm like 9.5 months pregnant with a literal 11-pound child. Nope. I don't think so. That's not going to work. And then remember this, they spelled my name wrong. They put an H. I was like, hey, you just have to, watch the news for 5 minutes and you'll figure out how to spell my name, but it's fine. I still have my award. With this name spelled wrong. Anyway.
On the award?
Yeah.
That was you got in 2013, wasn't it? You got a Springfield 40 under 40 award.
Yes. I was very excited. It just felt like comedy of errors, that's all. I do love SBJ's work. So, hey, thank you, SBJ. You're awesome.
Well, the point of what
don't know how to spell my name, and you make me take pictures 9.5 months pregnant. It's great though. Otherwise.
The point of what they did yesterday is they did a recap of some of the people who were in different classes of the 40 under 40, and for your class they checked in
30
with
under
you.
30, sir.
Huh?
30 under 30.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. It was 10 years ago.
I thought it was 40 under 40. Well, you were under 40, so it doesn't matter, obviously.
Keep talking. I want to go
I thought it was 40 under 40. But at any rate, they were doing a recap about what you're doing now as someone who's in she's just left the whole thing. We've gone off the rails, but it's Friday, so who cares? You're not working anyway, right? There it is. There's the award.
You're right. It's
spelled incorrectly. I told you to have it fixed back then, and you said,
they didn't do it. I tried. The lady said she was going to, and then she never sent me another plaque. What do? You move on. You get over it. That's what you do.
Well, it's proudly displayed in our home.
Anyway, I wish you could have been with me yesterday when I saw the picture, because I genuinely laughed. Like, I was like belly laughing by myself.
Well,
you were gone. Because it was all coming back to me now. Let
me tell you something. I went to the website today, and they have 2 pictures that you can click on. I clicked on the new one, and then I clicked on the old one, and I chuckled to myself as well, remembering the story about how pregnant you were and unhappy you were with that awful photo.
Anyway, Griffin's pretty cool, though. So as it turns out, it works out. All right. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, happy Friday. Have a good time at the parade if you're going. It's not actually St. Patrick's Day. I think that's next week sometime, actual St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yeah, it's the 17th.
But anyway, it's a celebration in Springfield. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here Monday.
Bye-bye.